We will begin Foreign Minister IWAYA's regular press conference. The floor is yours, Minister. Thank you very much, and thank you for coming. Today, in the upper house, the budget committee is underway, and therefore the prediction of timing was a bit difficult. So I may have to leave before this press conference concludes, but I solicit your kind understanding. There are two reporting items at the outset. First of all, today, the Japan-UK Economic 2+2 meeting will be held for the first time, where the foreign and economic ministers of Japan and UK will get together. Japan and the United Kingdom are important partners that both have the responsibility to uphold peace and stability of the international community. At this meeting, we are to discuss economic security, promotion of free and open international trade, energy security, as well as partnership with third countries, including the Global South. And before the 2+2 economic meeting, I will have a Japan-UK Foreign Ministers meeting with Secretary Lamy.
There is another point regarding the G7 Foreign Ministers meeting. If all circumstances allow, from 12th of March through 14th, I will be visiting Charlevoix, Canada, in order to participate in G7 Foreign Ministers meeting. In the past 1 month alone, we have been seeing the international situation dramatically changing. Against this backdrop, G7 should be united in order to address various issues faced by international society in order to uphold and bolster the unity. For that purpose, in the upcoming G7 Foreign Ministers meeting over 3 days, we are going to have a frank exchange of views, including international community's urgent issues, including Ukraine, Middle East situation, and Indo-Pacific situation. With G7 ministers. And I like to take that opportunity to deepen my personal relationship of trust with them. That's all.
Those of you who have questions, please walk to the nearest microphone and identify yourself and affiliation. Satomi-san, Asahi Newspaper. Asahi Newspaper, Satomi is my name. Thank you for taking my question. You mentioned the Japan-UK Economic 2+2 meeting. Between Japan and the UK, not only economic issues, but GCAP and security cooperation has been strengthening between our two countries. So with the transformation in the international community being caused significantly, what kind of bilateral ties do you intend to strike with the United Kingdom? Thank you very much. This is the first time Japan and UK holds the economic version 2+2 meeting, and we will be focusing on 4 themes. One is economic security, promotion of free and open trade, international trade, energy security, and cooperation with third countries, including the Global South. You mentioned security in your question, and of course, regarding cooperation in the area of security, this is not a 2+2 between foreign defense ministers, but it may come up in the deliberations we have. At any rate, the international situation and international order is going through great change. So, economic order based on free and fair rules, or global order in the wider sense, must be sustained. So Japan and UK must cooperate with each other to uphold such order, and we would like to concur with the UK side on such concept.
Next question, Kyodo Tsushin Sakaguchi-san. Kyodo Chushin, Kyodo News, Sakaguchi. The President Trump's remarks, I want to ask you, he at the White House to the press meeting criticized and dissatisfied with the one-sided nature of Japan-U.S. defense treaty. And I think based on that, he may ask Japan to increase defense budget going forward. How are you going to respond to that? That last month, in maybe this counter to the U.S.-Japan joint leaders' statement of last month. And also with Secretary Rubio, you had a foreign ministers meeting, and during those meetings, was there any reference to the one-sided nature of this treaty? Well, President Trump, his remarks, I am aware, according to the press report, and Japan-U.S. alliance is the cornerstone of Japan's foreign and security policy. And earlier Japan-U.S. summit meeting, again, this very solid Japan-U.S. alliance was, in my view, once again confirmed. And also, regarding the defense expenses, Prime Minister Ishiba repeatedly responding to the that diet meeting, Japan has to make its own decision when it comes to defense expenses. And in doing so, what is important in this day is not necessarily the percentage or the monetary amount. The substance is more important. Therefore, on our part, based on the national security strategy and others, we are going to make a steadfast effort to strengthen fundamentally our defense capabilities. Also, including the summit meeting and including other meetings, the United States has confirmed that the U.S. is going to use all full range of capabilities to fulfill the treaty-based obligation to defend Japan. That has been confirmed over and over again. We trust that. Also, the peace and security legislation in Japan has actually confirmed that, or that made it possible for us to help each other, mutually defend each other. And that is the kind of alliance strengthened under this legislation. As a result, alliance's deterrence capability has been strengthened. But going forward, in order to uphold and bolster the alliance deterrence capabilities, we are going to make further effort. With Secretary Rubio, as I have just mentioned, the deterrence and response capability of the alliance will be strengthened. That was agreement we made.
Mainichi Kim-san, Kim of Mainichi newspaper. Yesterday, the LDP Marine Products Investigation Council head and Marine Products Division head submitted to you a resolution regarding the lifting of import restrictions of Japanese marine products. And the resolution talks about maximum diplomatic efforts in order to promote Japan-China high-level visits. And with the trilateral foreign ministers meeting scheduled, there are rumors that Foreign Minister Wang Yi of China may visit. Now, what kind of approach would you like to take to your counterparties using these opportunities? As you have mentioned, Mr. Koizumi of the Marine Products Investigation Council of the LDP and Mr. Suzuki, the head of the Marine Products Division, submitted a resolution, and we accepted the resolution. And after the commencement of obstructed water discharge into the ocean, not just China, but some countries and regions have strengthened import restrictions of Japan marine products, and they continue to maintain such restrictions, to which we regret. We feel regrettable, and having accepted the resolution, I once again reminded myself of the determination to respond to this issue. And regarding China, last year in September, Japan and Chinese government made an announcement, and in November there was the summit, and in December there was a Japan-China foreign ministers meeting. And taking advantage of those occasions, we have been requesting the Chinese side for early resumption of import of Japanese marine products, and we will use every opportunity to convey our message to the Chinese side. So Japan, China, foreign ministers meeting, if or if a summit is realized, then we will be conveying our position as such.
中国ニュースペーパー宮野さん。宮野中国ニュースペーパー。At the United Nations headquarters, TPNN meeting of states parties are being held, and the uncertainty and risk of nuclear deterrence is being discussed, and members are saying that nuclear deterrence may not work all the time, and that would expose human beings to the destruction. And how do you respond to this? The security environment surrounding Japan is more severe after the war. This is the kind of situation we are facing. And also in the world, more than 10,000 nuclear warheads exist, and more than 4,000 warheads can be utilized immediately. And unfortunately and regrettably, nuclear armament is going on. In such a situation, the extended deterrence is necessary in order to protect the peace of the country and the lives of the people. So the extended deterrence is indispensable for Japan. And TPNW state parties and other stakeholders the efforts, I pay respect to that. However, Japan wants to pursue the more practical and realistic efforts under NPT regime, and we are going to make efforts on this.
Mr. Azahari of Pan Orient News, please.
Thank you, Pan Orient News. Japan depends on the nuclear weapons for protection in the name of nuclear umbrella or nuclear deterrence. Do you believe this kind of protection should spread in the world, especially in the Arab region, so Arab countries could also depend on nuclear deterrence or nuclear weapons for protection from Israel? Thank you.
I mentioned the importance of the NPT regime. The objective of the NPT is nuclear disarmament and non-proliferation, and another objective is peaceful use of nuclear power. In order to prevent nuclear weapons from proliferating, and the existing nuclear weapons through disarmament should be reduced, these are the objectives based upon which we are trying to take practical and realistic efforts. We need to depend on nuclear weapons, but we don't want the number of countries that need to depend on nuclear weapons to increase. That is our goal. Having said so, the security policy of each country should be judged based upon each country depending on the security environment the country is placed in. So appropriate judgment will be rendered by each government. Regarding the Middle East, at the 1995 NPT Review Conference, the resolution on non-WMD zone in the Middle East was adopted, and Japan has been consistently supporting that resolution.
Nikkei, Baba-san. Baba, Nikkei, thank you. After the ceasefire, in order to guarantee security of Ukraine, there are 20-some countries which are interested in coalition of the willing. Is Japan included in this? Under the current situation, such a UK-led framework to be created, what is the significance of that? Regarding Ukraine, the discussion now is still underway in the international community. Therefore, as of now, I would like to refrain from making comment on a specific and concrete frameworks being reported by the media. I want to refrain from making comments on one by one. Having said that, Japan will continue to support Ukraine solidly in the future, and also the diplomatic efforts being made by U.S. and European countries and others should lead to the ending of this war, which lasted many years under the international community's unity, and bring about the just and lasting peace to Ukraine as quickly as possible. That is important. Therefore, in order to do that, Japan will continue to work with the G7 and other countries to realize that. And also in the reconstruction phase, we would like to make further effort too. This concludes the press conference because Minister has to participate in the diet session. I apologize for this. I have to finish the meeting now. Thank you.